guys got to spend last year with him. Just what makes him special?
I mean, Calvin's obviously super talented. You know, the ability to stop on a dime the way he does, the way he attacks off the line of scrimmage, that just threatens off coverage all the time. But really, I mean, the coolest thing being around him was just the way he worked. I mean, he did that every single day in practice, and it was impressive. He wants to be at the front of the line. He's going to go a million miles an hour on everything we do. He does it in walkthroughs too. So I think if you have the skill set he has, and then you add that work ethic to it, it's a high floor, I guess is what I'd say. And so Calvin's done a great job through the course of his career, and so it's no surprise that he continues to have success.
This is piggybacking off a Mark question from Doug earlier, but why do you feel like there's a little bit of a disparity between the pass blocking and the run game production this year?
It's like we said, the run game can be tough at times. You play certain teams that have personnel issues inside. You know, you play these guys, their two defensive tackles are really, really good players. Sometimes it's the scheme, is it numbers inside? I think a lot of guys, it just kind of comes down to a lot of matchups. There's a number of different things in the run game. A lot of times it's 11 guys doing it the exact same way. Maybe the quarterback getting us in the right run versus certain looks, whether we have a kill or we get to something better or get out of an issue right there. I think there's a number of things that come into play with that.
It just seems like it's virtually impossible for Mac to have a really solid game if he's not getting help from the running game. And it's true of a lot of quarterbacks, but
Right.
some quarterbacks can make up for it better than others.
Yeah, and I think even last game, we put ourselves in so many long yardage situations. You know, we had more P and 10 penalties than we've had all season long. And so you're playing 1st and 20, 2nd and 20, whatever that may be. We wiped out a 24-yarder to Brian to start a drive. I think we started 2 drives there with P and 10 penalties, and then the next one we had the 15-yard run, the fumble. So, it's just kind of getting in our own way with stuff like that, illegal formations, just little things that we're in control of and things like that. So that gives you the ability to stay on task, to be efficient in your early down runs and get more runs. And then I think you see guys kind of get lathered up, not just the running backs, but the linemen as well, fitting blocks, repeating runs to where they get settled into, this guy made this adjustment on that one, so when I get this again, here's how we're going to combo this, whatever that looks like. So I think it's a lot of things go into play with it.
Cole's performance.
I thought Cole did a good job. I mean, it's like we talk about with backup quarterbacks. I mean, you're one play away, and it could happen the first series, the first quarter, the second quarter. You got to catch up to the speed of the game at that point. You're sitting on the sideline watching, and now you got to go out there and block a guy that's been lathered up throughout the course of the game. So I thought Cole did a good job, and he's kind of always done that whenever we've thrown him in the fire like that. And that's kind of life as a backup, though.
Does that open anything up for Javon? Maybe not necessarily playing with Cole in, but like in practice, other things that you're going to want to see from him with additional opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, we rotate those guys a lot, especially your top 8 that are going into a game. Those guys get a lot of rotation throughout the course of practice. So Vaughn will just get more and more opportunities right there. And we're pleased with the progression he's had as a young player through his first year.
The play call on the 4th and 11, does that throw have to be beyond the sticks? I know you have an outlet guy for a reason, but did that throw?
You would certainly like it to be. Yes, and honestly, that's the exact same play. We've run that play for a million times in 3 years. It was the exact same play we ran on a 4th and 8 in 22 against Baltimore, and we hit Zay Jones, and the same cover is a different variation of getting to it, but it was cloud, and we threw one up over the top, and you'd like it to see go past the sticks, but at the end of the day, Mac felt best to put the ball in play right there, and Dearness tried to run for it, and then we came up short. So. That's something I got to do a better job communicating that with Mac of, what we're looking for, what the intention of this call is, understanding the situation, and giving ourselves an opportunity to continue the game at that point.
All right, thanks, President.
Nice
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it.
Merry Christmas, guys.
You too.
So do you concentrate on throwing in new wrinkles just 3 weeks after you face the Titans, or is it just kind of not like the same exact game plan, but do you kind of rely on some of the foundational things?
Yeah, we have to change some things. That's the biggest, how we call it, down and distance situationally, things like that. But we are who we are at the same time. We've we've been doing that for a while, so just how we call it, I think, is going to be a little bit different than we did last time. different quarterback too, so that goes into part of it.
Okay, go ahead. I was gonna ask about Dewey.
I was going to ask about Dewey.
Yeah.
Dewey's a captain, and obviously Doug made it pretty clear that he's going to slide to the starting role. What do you hope to see from him? What do you expect to see from him?
Yeah, same as what we saw last week. Made some plays on the ball, really good communication on the field, brings a lot of energy, so those things that we need defensively and what he did last week. So we'll just get some more of that this week.
When you were in camp, you had a pretty couple good days there early on. Were you thinking this guy has a really good shot at being a starting for us?
He was in the
Going to
plan. Yeah, for sure. He was in the plan. The whole way, the rotation, the plan from the very beginning. And so he made some plays. He had a good camp and then had an unfortunate injury, and we changed some things defensively, personnel-wise, because of that. So, but we're glad to have him back. It's good to see him out there, fiery, physical, running around, high energy, and so that was good. It was good to have him back for sure.
Doug said he thought Sunday was Mason's best game so far outside of not getting Aiden down. Is that how you saw it as well?
Yeah, I agree with that. He pass rushed a lot better. He was using his hands a lot better, getting off blocks, tackles. The batted ball was huge in the third down in the fringe area. That was huge on third down. So he played better. You can see his confidence growing. And sometimes it just takes time. So hopefully we'll continue that this week.
Mason said that he thinks a lot of his changes the last couple weeks, months have been his off-the-field habits improving. Is that something you've noticed from your perspective?
Absolutely. Body composition, sleep at night, all that stuff matters, and so see him come in the building, so it takes a little bit, and professional football, you can see him growing and maturing and those type of things, and I think it's what you're seeing on the field.
How do you rate his sack celebration?
I didn't see it. So we'll take a look at it next week. All right.
I'm sure you tell all the young guys, all that stuff, take care of your body, do this, do that, nutrient, all that other stuff, get to sleep. But do they have to hear it from teammates and guys who've been in the league for it to really click for them? Because that's kind of what it sounded like with Mason.
So I think each individual case is its own case, so some guys go to some veterans and follow veteran leadership. Some guys do it on their own, and so everybody's different. So we treat everybody differently and individuals to come together and play defense for us. And I think we have some good leadership on this team, and he's learned from some guys that maybe sat him down and said some things to him, and get your off-the-field habits better. And you can see like his body composition and the way he's eating, and he'll even tell you, I'm eating better, which is a huge thing, and you're seeing you feel like he's playing faster. I think that's the biggest thing. He's playing faster, and then the repetitions, the accumulation of the reps have added up. So he's seeing things faster too. So I think it's everything.
Why has the pass rush been so low, what I'm sure you hoped it would be? Is it simply just a matter of some guys not winning enough one-on battles? Is it not having that reliable, consistent third rusher outside of Trayvon and Josh?
Something we got to look at, Gene. We really need to look at it and find out, get to the bottom of exactly what's happening out there. But we would hope to have more production. I think for sure. I think everybody, and all the players and coaches all together would hope to have more production. And so I think it's something that we've got to really do a deep dive into and find out and get to the bottom of. Yep.
All right,
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Raj.